Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
We're still a few months away, but Northside ISD residents will have a $992 million question on the ballot.
The Northside ISD Board of Trustees approved the bond to go to the May vote. Max Massey explains the bond and what it can mean for Northside ISD schools.
We want to level the playing field. What's good for one side of our town is great for our side of town too, and we want to make sure that all of our kids in Northside are getting exactly what they need.
Deborah Pignon is the principal here at Cable Elementary. It is one of the schools slated for big updates and a lot of construction in the proposed Northside ISD bond.
It's really going back and touching those 40, 50, 60-year-old campuses and trying to bring them up to a standard that's close to what we would build in a brand new site today.
The entire bond, if passed, will be $992 million. Take a look at some of the proposed numbers. There are a lot of specific allocations, including more than $645 million for renovations, reconstructions, and upgrades. More than $207 million for infrastructure, things like flooring, boiler and venting replacements. More than $37 million for roofing and waterproofing, more than $18 million for upgraded security, and $14 million for new technology. And the superintendent tells me the bond will not call for a tax rate hike.
We can do this even at that dollar amount without any kind of tax rate increase. In the past, we weren't sure, and we've kind of projected what a small tax rate increase could be. In this case, we are confident we can do all of this work without a tax increase.
These classrooms here at Cable Elementary, they are beautifully decorated, but they are the original classrooms from when the school was first built in 1964. And they're one of the reasons why administrators want an upgrade.
Our need is going to be the classrooms.
The district is planning for hundreds of informational meetings, all to prepare for this May 7th vote. Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
And we have a reminder for you. Today is your last chance to register to vote in the March primary election. Take a look at what's on the ballot on KSAT.com. Early voting beginning on February 14th. Election day is March 1st.
Let's get outside with live cam. This is one of those weeks where you better hold on to your hat figuratively and literally, because we're about to take a wild weather ride.
There's a lot going on in the 7-day forecast. We look outside right now. We've got cloudy skies. The sun has tried to shine through a couple times, but mostly cloudy for much of today. We've also received some rain much earlier this morning here in San Antonio, but still some showers and storms going on for our far eastern counties. You see where the rain is right now, drifting up through Gonzales and Luling, and especially as you get out towards Hallettsville, and that's where we're seeing some of the heaviest of the rain right now. Let's zoom in a little bit closer here to the city of Hallettsville. And we're detecting some lightning strikes too as this works off to the north and east. So some pretty heavy rain probably falling within the city of Hallettsville at this hour. Back in San Antonio, again, things are just kind of damp, but not necessarily seeing all that much rain at the moment. Flood watch is in effect for our far eastern counties. That does include Hallettsville, Gonzales, Cuero, Goliad. This is going to go until 9 p.m. tonight. There could be some pockets of heavy rain that would result in some flooding. Temperature-wise, 59 degrees at the airport, where we're likely seeing a little bit of sun down here, 70 in Pleasanton, 71 in Cotulla. And the forecast for today takes us into the mid-60s. We are going to keep some rain chances here in San Antonio. There's still a chance as we get into the afternoon that we could see some showers and storms, and then dropping down to about 61 by 6 p.m. Easterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're going to talk more about the rain chances throughout the rest of today, but also that big cold push that heads our way on Thursday. We've got the latest update on that coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. A night of dancing turned chaotic after bullets started flying on the south side. According to police, the trouble started when two men started dancing with a couple of women. This happened at a bar on Frio City Road near Highway 90. Officers say the suspects got upset when they saw those men dancing with the women, so they chased them out of the bar. In the parking lot, someone pulled out a gun and started shooting. One man was grazed on the arm, the other grazed on the head. Both of them should be okay. So far, police have not arrested anyone. And a crash on the southwest side ends up with a driver having to get cut out of his vehicle. Police say 3 drivers collided this morning on New Laredo Highway near Southwest Military Drive. According to officers, the crash involved an 18-wheeler, a Dodge Ram truck, and a Subaru hatchback. We're told the driver of the Ram truck, a man in his 40s, had to be freed from that truck. He was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. No one else in the crash was seriously hurt. Police did not believe the weather was a factor in that crash.
We want to bring you the latest in the coronavirus pandemic. There's a good sign for our community. Metro Health saying that COVID hospitalizations are slowly decreasing now. In their last report, there were just over 1,200 people in the hospital, 282 in the ICU, and 127 on ventilators. Metro Health also confirming 15 more people have died from COVID. On the vaccine front, former FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb said that the COVID-19 vaccine for children ages 4 and under could be approved by early March. Gottlieb told CBS the authorization would depend on whether federal officials move forward with Pfizer's 2-dose candidate as opposed to the 3-dose, one added last month to the company's clinical trials. Community Labs opening up a new COVID-19 public testing site today. And it says that you can expect a quicker turnaround time for results. The site is at Divine Providence Catholic Church on 5667 Old Pearsall Road. It's open today through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Officials with Community Labs say people will get their results in under 48 hours. Appointments are not required.
And also this noon, a Burning Man home recovering after a long battle with COVID kept him in the hospital for over 200 days. Brandon Nation was diagnosed with COVID in February of 2021. Though he's in his 40s and has no underlying conditions, COVID sent him to the hospital in serious condition. He spent 137 days on ECMO, a form of life support for his lungs. Brandon ended up getting transported to a Gainesville, Florida hospital for a double lung transplant. Finally, after 7 months, he was discharged from the hospital.
I fought for a long time to get back here. Never give up hope. To rely on God. He's there for us, to help us. You just have to give it to him.
Now, Brandon wasn't able to get vaccinated before he was sick because of age eligibility requirements. He is now encouraging others to do the same in order for them to avoid the problems that he had.
Incredible story. Now to the Olympics opening ceremony, just a few days away, as Beijing is reporting some of its highest COVID cases in more than a year, and they are now locking down some areas.
Yeah, new outbreaks also being reported among the athletes, which could threaten some events. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the latest.
We made it here to Beijing. Really, it's the bubble inside Beijing. You can see this fencing on either side of me. Beyond that, those people, they're outside the bubble. But this fence is part of a very real barrier keeping all of us separate from the rest of China. It's part of this strict Olympic bubble we've been hearing so much about, and experiencing it firsthand has really been incredible. It starts the second you walk off the airplane. You are met by dozens of people in hazmat suits. Even the people taking your luggage off the plane are in hazmat suits. You then proceed to long lines, testing again, checking your visas, checking your QR codes. But it was incredibly efficient, start to finish. Took just about an hour to get through everything. And then you're shuttled on to buses, also part of this dedicated bubble system, that then take you to your hotel, which, yes, is also in the bubble. This is a complex system that everyone here, from media, Olympic staff, and yes, all of the athletes also have to stay in. Now, part of the reason China is doing this is that they have a zero COVID policy, where even one case is too many cases. Currently, there are 71 active cases of COVID here in the capital of Beijing. That's what they're trying to stop. They've already caught more than 240 cases on arrival of athletic staff and athletes and media that are entering the country. So as these cases continue to grow in Beijing, many Chinese officials are just getting stricter with this Olympic bubble. Again, this is all happening just days before the opening ceremonies. It is weighing on athletes. The stress of testing positive and maybe missing their events. It's becoming a very real concern. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Beijing.
Still coming up this half hour, controversy at the end of the Spurs game against the Suns last night. A call in question just might have cost San Antonio.
Fiesta, right around the corner, and that means we're getting new medals. We're going to take a look at the new NIOSA medal and what inspires this year's design after the break.
If you look at the calendar, it's almost time for Fiesta. And one of the events people look forward to is, of course, NIOSA.
And it just unveiled its Fiesta medal this morning. Take a look.
Wow.
David Durbin, Monarch Trophy senior artist, designed this medal. The NIOSA chair, Jana Foreman, says that the medal was inspired by Talavera pottery.
And he seems to get his design ideas from different areas. In this case, he was sitting at a restaurant and noticed the beautiful blue and white Talavera dishes that were in the restaurant with the beautiful blue birds on the side. And this is what he took as his inspiration for the medal. I wanted this medal to inspire people to celebrate life. Since the pandemic, with all the uncertainty it brings to our lives, I wanted to encourage the idea of celebration. The medal, is dedicated to celebrating life every day because we just do not know what the future will bring.
A good message there. The 2022 NIOSA Fiesta Medal is $13 online or at the NIOSA office at 227 South Presa, or $16 at select retail outlets. Only 3,000 medals are going to be released. NIOSA is scheduled for April 5th through the 8th inside La Vita.
Just seeing that medal gets you all fired up for you.
It's pretty.
Awesome medal.
I'm not fired up to see this.
You're not feeling it?
Not feeling it. This is Monday weather, man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Case of the Mondays going around. It is cloudy. It is not necessarily raining here in San Antonio, but still kind of staying on the damp side. Temperatures are going to warm up a little bit today into the mid-60s. Aquifer, no change today, 662.4. In your pollen count, Mountain Cedar is moderate, molds are low. These are about the same numbers we had yesterday, so not much changes there. We could see a few more showers and storms before the day's over with, and then some warmer temperatures tomorrow before the bottom falls out on Thursday. We'll talk more about that forecast coming up.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun week. Short sleeves to winter coats in a matter of hours.
Yeah, we're hunkering down. We're getting ready. We know what we're in for.
I feel like we're all kind of fatigued, right? I know it's been a year, but
we're still recovering from last year.
And so we do want to be very clear. This does not appear to be anything like last year, but it is going to bring some cold air and potential for a little bit of wintry weather. We'll get there here in just a few minutes, but first we got to start with what's going on today. We've still got some showers and storms showing up on the radar. Heaviest of the rain is our far eastern counties. So we're talking about Hallettsville up towards LaGrange. Luling has seen some rain. Bastrop still getting some showers. And there's a few storms out there too. We've detected some lightning strikes with this. But here around San Antonio, if we're seeing anything, it's really pretty light. There's still some wet roads out there from this morning's rainfall. And there's a little closer look at what's going on there around Hallettsville and Schulenburg. Very quickly racing up to the north and east. So the rain's kind of coming to an end here in Hallettsville, but you probably saw a few lightning strikes, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, and there's going to be some heavier pockets of rain mixed in with this activity. So let's look at some of the totals. So far, we've picked up about 1/1200ths of an inch at the airport. New Braunfels, 4200ths. Spring Branch, one of the big winners this morning, 0.7 of an inch there, 0.36. Seguin, 0.17 in Gonzales. So you get the general idea. I think that as we get some more showers and storms this afternoon, it's this area here east of San Antonio that has the potential to see the heaviest of the rain. You'll see that here on FutureCast. So we'll fast forward to 3 p.m. Still shows some activity even around San Antonio with some showers and storms popping up east of town. And then this all starts to scoot east by 6 p.m. And then things start to fall apart a little bit as we get into tonight. The rain goes away. Tomorrow morning, though, I do think we see some fog and some cloud cover to start. So the morning commute could be a little bit foggy or a little bit damp in the sense that we'll see some of that patchy fog developing. As far as rainfall goes today, we're still thinking that the best chance of that heavy rainfall, as I mentioned, is going to be Gonzales, LaGrange, down to Victoria, where up to 3 inches is possible. We haven't seen that yet, but it's possible. Everyone else less than 1/4 of an inch. There is a flood watch in effect for those areas. That does include Gonzales, Hallettsville, Cuero, and Victoria, and that goes until 9 p.m. this evening. Here's a look at the time lapse, and you can see the situation is been a little gloomy this morning. The clouds have been hanging low. 59 degrees at the airport right now. North-northeasterly winds at about 7 miles per hour. Temperatures 57 in Bulverde, 52 Bernie Stage, 56 in Comfort, 60 right now in Hondo. Some warmer numbers to the south, seeing some 70s on the map today. 71 Cotulla, 66 Carrizo Springs, and 68 out in Del Rio. Our forecast still leaves a 40% chance for rain at 2 o'clock, 20% chance 4 p.m., and then rain chances really do taper off. We top out at 65. Here are the temperatures across the country, not so bad. I know it kind of went quickly there, but not so bad right now. What we do know, though, is up here across parts of Canada, it is really cold. Negative 42, negative 18, negative 26. Some cold air gathering here. This is going to spill down the plains, and we're going to feel a little bit of it here in Texas. Obviously not numbers like that, but it is going to get much, much colder. So here's the forecast long range. That system moves east. Here comes our front. Tomorrow will still be warm. Wednesday will still be warm, but we'll start to see some showers developing out ahead of this front. And as we look a little bit closer here, Thursday morning, rain, a good bet, but then it starts to turn into some wintry weather as you get into the hill country. Even worse, some snow, more mixture of wintry weather as you get up into North Texas. There's a window for us to get a little bit here in San Antonio. I think it's a small window, but it's possible to see some sleet and freezing rain here before this all ends. Thursday afternoon, it will be much colder and windy. The potential winter impacts here across the state are going to be at their worst across North Texas. Texas Panhandle, Dallas, Fort Worth, West Texas, where there's going to be minor to moderate impacts from this winter weather. Here, I think it will be rather minor. Again, we have a small window to see it, but it is there. 72 Tuesday, 71 Wednesday, 40% chance of showers, a light wintry mix Thursday morning. And then look at the numbers Friday morning, Saturday morning, down to 23 and 25 respectively. It is going to get very, very chilly, especially both of those mornings. So be prepared for that cold as it comes in late this week, guys.
I'm just glad that for the cattle drivers, look a little warmer.
Getting there. The Super Bowl is set with two very young quarterbacks ready to do battle. And the Spurs take on the best in the West, and they take them to the wire last night.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
An all-California NFC championship. The San Francisco 49ers traveling to L.A. to take on the Rams. First quarter, Rams Matthew Stafford for Cooper Kupp. He's in the end zone, but it is picked off by Jimmy Ward. No score after one. Second quarter, Rams driving. It's a 97-yard drive, 18 plays. This time Stafford finds Kupp for the 16-yard touchdown, 7-0 Rams. Niners answered. Jimmy Garoppolo to Deebo Samuel, and he takes off, breaking tackles, pulling away. Can't get him. There he goes. 44 yards for the score, and we are tied at 7. San Fran adds a field goal before halftime. 10-7 at the break, third quarter. Garoppolo finds George Kittle, 16-yard touchdown. They lead 17-7 after 3. Fourth quarter, Rams respond. Stafford to Kupp again. This is an 11-yard touchdown. Niners lead is cut to 3 at 17-14 San Francisco. Just before the 2-minute warning, game tied at 17. Stafford to Kupp. And there he goes. That is a 25-yard pickup all the way down to the Niners' 12-yard line, but that's as close as they would get. They have to settle for a field goal and take the lead 20-17 with 1:46 left. Niners get the ball, but Garoppolo is under some heavy pressure, being tackled, and he tries to flip it underhanded. It's tipped and picked, and that's your ball game. Rams win it 20-17, and they are headed back to the Super Bowl. In the meantime, the Bengals at the Chiefs. Joe Burrow trying to make history. Patrick Mahomes looking for another trip to the big game. Chiefs on a drive. They use up 6 minutes, 84 yards, capped off by the 10-yard touchdown pass. Mahomes to Tyreek Hill. Chiefs up 7-0. It was 7-3 Chiefs after one. Second quarter, KC's second drive of the game. Mahomes, all kinds of time. Have to run around a little bit, looking for anybody, somebody. There he is. Travis Kelce, 5-yard score, 14-3 Chiefs. Next drive. Here they go again, 72 yards. It's Mahomes to Malcolm Hardman, 3-yard touchdown. They're running away with this, leading 21-3. But right before the half, since he gets something going, Joe Burrow connects with Samjay Pirine. And there he goes. Look at him breaking tackles, making moves, and turning on the speed. Gets to the end zone. It's 21-10 at the break. Third quarter, 21-13 Chiefs. Mahomes going to get picked off by B.J. Hill deep in Chiefs territory. That's Mahomes' first ever interception in an AFC Championship game. Bengals turn that into points. Burrow connects with Jamar Chase. Touchdown. They go for 2. Get that. And we're tied at 21. Fourth quarter, Bengals by 3, 30 seconds left. Third and goal. Patrick Mahomes, way too much time on his hand. Tries to get away, but sacked. Sam Hubbard. The ball comes loose. KC recovers. Good enough for that field goal. And guess what? We're tied at 24 going overtime. Third down for the Chiefs in the OT. Mahomes fires downfield. And check out the defensive play on Tyreek Hill and the ball. Von Bell catches the tip. It's another interception. Bengals march down the field 42 yards away. Evan McPherson 31 yards out. And they are headed to the Super Bowl. Cincy was down 18 points. They win it 27-24 in OTs. Here's a look at that matchup coming up in a couple of weeks. Sunday, February 13th, 5:30 kickoff, SoFi Stadium. Rams don't have to travel anywhere. It's their home field. They're hosting the Cincinnati Bengals for the Super Bowl. Here's a couple of Super Bowl tips for you, some featuring things that fun facts to know and tell. First Super Bowl that doesn't feature the top 3 seeds of either conference because the Bengals and Rams were both number 4 seeds. And how about this? Congratulations to Justin Judson alum and Bengals cornerback Trey Flowers. He's playing in his first Super Bowl in just his 4th season in the NFL. Hey, Spurs looking for a follow-up win after that big win over the Bulls Friday night here. But last night, no DeJounte Murray, Jakob Poeltl, or Derek White due to various injuries and rest. San Antonio on the road in Phoenix. Trey Jones getting the start, driving right to the basket for the lay-in, 9-7 later in the quarter. Defense turning into offense. Doug McDermott with the steal, gets ahead to Jones again, pushing the pace and finishes with another layup, 18-13 San Antonio. Then it's Lonnie Walker, the 4th, taking it right to the rim for the lay-in. 31-23 after 1 second quarter. Suns come back to take the lead. Devin Vassell loses the handle. Chris Paul finds Keith Bridges for the two-handed jam. Timeout Spurs. They trail 44-42. San Antonio rallies. Keldon Johnson draws contact, gets the shot to fall and the foul. Spurs head into halftime with the lead at 55-50. Third quarter, Spurs on fire to start the quarter. Give and go. Jones finds Drew Eubanks for the alley-oop slam and a 7-point lead. Then late in frame, Jock Landale left wide open behind the arc. That's good. That's a 3. Spurs go up double digits, 82-72. They led 91-79 after 3, but that lead went fast. Fourth quarter, Cam Johnson caps 11-0 run with a one-handed jam. Phoenix retakes the lead, 94-93. From there, both teams trade baskets. Joshua Prima, the rookie, drains a triple to give the Spurs a 1-point lead, 105-104. Walker then steps back jumper. Spurs up 2 with over 2 minutes to play. But then the ensuing possession controversy. Devin Booker rolls over, committing a double dribble, but the official deems that Chris Paul called a timeout beforehand, way over in the corner. Pop was livid as the Suns have new life. Booker promptly hit that 3 and then another step back, and those shots helped Phoenix pull away, and there is the final. They win it. And then the Spurs get to come back home. They host the Golden State Warriors. Then they host the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat game on Thursday is actually that makeup game that got postponed because of COVID earlier in the year. So that means they have to play back-to-back. So they got Golden State, then Miami Heat on Thursday, and the Houston Rockets on Friday. And this is the last time you see the Spurs in the AT&T Center for a couple of weeks because the rodeo's moving in. The Spurs are moving out.
It'll be warm in there at least.
Well, that's true.
All right, it's a new year. That means new tech. But before you swap out your old phone or your laptop, you need to do more than delete your personal information. Coming up today at 5, 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz explains why you want to wipe the hard drive and what can happen if you don't. The latest now on the showdown with Russia over Ukraine. Russia is in the hot seat from the UN Security Council, which is meeting today in New York, discussing Russia's intentions with its troops gathering at Ukraine's border. ABC's Rena Roy reports the meeting, called by America as an opening session to discuss what it calls threatening behavior by Russia. But the Kremlin is condemning the meeting, saying this is just a PR stunt by the U.S.
Russian officials in the hot seat today with the United Nations Security Council meeting to discuss the more than 100,000 Russian troops amassed at Ukraine's border.
They have continued to escalate despite our efforts to try to find a diplomatic route for them.
The meeting called by America with the U.S. holding on to hope that it will be one of diplomacy.
You've heard from our Russian colleagues that we're calling for this meeting to make you all feel uncomfortable. Imagine how uncomfortable you would be if you had 100,000 troops sitting on your border in the way that these troops are sitting on the border with Ukraine.
In the best case scenario, the scale of the Russian forces assembled on 3 sides of Ukraine is deeply destabilizing. In the worst case, it is preparation for a military invasion of a sovereign country.
New images show U.S. instructors training Ukrainian soldiers on how to use missile launchers. While U.S. officials believe an attack is imminent, Ukraine has pushed back on those claims. The Kremlin insists they don't intend to invade and are calling the meeting a PR stunt.
We do not think that this will help to bring this council together. Rather, we fully understand that the desire of our American colleagues to whip up hysterics regarding its own situations regarding the so-called Russian act of aggression. This is of great harm, this hysterica, to Ukraine itself.
The U.S. and NATO have denied Russia's key demands that Ukraine not be allowed to join the alliance. NATO Secretary General says they have no plans to deploy NATO combat troops to Ukraine if they are attacked because Ukraine is not a NATO ally. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
4 historically black universities investigating bomb threats today, including Bowie State University in Maryland. According to Bowie State, police were notified of a bomb threat to the school this morning. The threat indicated the explosives had been placed in an academic building on campus. The campus was temporarily closed while police and bomb experts investigated. Because of the bomb threat, all classes are being held virtually today. The other 3 universities that received bomb threats were Albany State University in New York and Southern University and A&M College in Louisiana.
Testimony will resume for a second week as the federal trial continues for 3 former Minneapolis police officers. They're all charged with violating George Floyd's civil rights. Prosecutors are trying to prove that the 3 men deprived Floyd of his rights when they failed to give him medical aid when Officer Derek Chauvin knelt on Floyd's neck. The former head of training at the Minneapolis Police Department is expected to be back on the stand today. She testified last week that the 3 officers did not follow department policy when Floyd was killed. But the defense attorney says training is lacking in some areas and new officers are being trained to obey senior officers.
The sun was shining on much of the East Coast yesterday, a day after that vicious nor'easter brought blizzard conditions to many areas. More than 100,000 customers were left without power. Winds that had gusted to more than 80 miles an hour on Saturday had died down, and temperatures climbed into the upper teens and 20s as people emerged from their homes to dig out of the snow. The storm dumped snow from Virginia to Maine, but Massachusetts bore the brunt of it. As of yesterday afternoon, about 35,000 people remained without power in Massachusetts.
Just looking at that footage makes my shoulder hurt. I remember getting bursitis shoveling snow up in Maine after one of those. So this ain't so bad.
It always tells us it could be worse, right?
It could be worse.
That is quite the situation up there. As we look at our radar, we've got some showers still showing up to the east of San Antonio. But just within the last few minutes, we've seen some returns showing up over the city of San Antonio, mainly just some light showers. But it is showing that the rain may be trying to move back in here. Let's look a little bit closer. And you can see those light showers popping up. Everything's moving south to north. So expect a few more raindrops if you're going to be traveling out for lunch today. The heavy rain, as I mentioned, is out here towards Hallettsville. We saw a few lightning strikes earlier. Right now, this is just some good downpours working south to north around the area. There's still some energy back out to the west, though, so I think that the radar will still be fairly busy as we get into the afternoon. And we'll, of course, keep you posted if more rain does develop. Temperature-wise, 59 degrees at the airport. It is close to 70 in Pleasanton. They've seen just a little bit of sun there. Same for Cotulla and Carrizo Springs, where we're in the low 70s. But underneath the clouds, mainly 50s right now. 55 Kerrville, 58 New Braunfels. And here's what to expect. See some of the drops there on live cam. Some rain possible. Best chances will be east of I-35 today. By Wednesday, we'll start to get more showers in the forecast and a strong cold front. This is the big story. It'll be cold, windy on Thursday, and we could see a light wintry mix Thursday morning. All things that we're watching. In the meantime, 40% chance of showers and storms this afternoon. Rain chances will taper off some as we get later into the afternoon and this evening. Much more on that cold weather is coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
So much to watch. Thank you, Justin. A father from Tampa, Florida, kept on pushing. He's now shattered a world record, and he did it while pushing a stroller. That story's still ahead.
With a huge storm keeping much of the U.S. at home and no new movies in theaters, it was a slow weekend at the box office. So which films were able to draw people into the theaters this weekend?
Lots of snow and frigid temperatures, not enough for a couple to get cold feet. How they pulled off their wedding in a snowstorm.
Hey, we planned it, we're doing it. A couple in Rhode Island didn't let a little snowstorm stop their wedding day. The couple got married anyway.
The couple started planning their big day more than a year ago. The bride is wearing white, in case you can't tell, in all that snow. When news of the potentially historic blizzard hitting the Northeast put their special date in jeopardy, the couple decided, hey, let's snowplow through this anyway.
Probably some very quick nuptials, though. They tied the knot over the weekend, surrounded by frozen friends and family on the steps of a library.
Meantime, far, far away from that, third time's the charm for a Florida father who finally broke a world record for the fastest mile while pushing a stroller.
ABC's Will Gans has the story.
Based on that yawn, you wouldn't know that 6-month-old Greta Holcomb is one half of a team that just shattered a world record.
Most of the time, she just chills in there. She loves it.
Her dad, Rob, breaking the world record for fastest mile while pushing a stroller.
This last time, I saw her legs kicking, and I think it was just her way of telling me, like, Dad, you got to go.
Rob and Greta crossing the finish line of a Tampa Bay track at 4 minutes, 52 seconds.
They were all cheering and screaming and having a good time, and so I heard all that. I just kind of soaked it all in.
This attempt, Rob's third. High winds making him miss the record by fractions of a second on his first 2 tries. And then you throw in the added weight from his teammate, Greta, at 15 pounds, and the stroller itself, 25 pounds, meaning Rob's pushing a total of 40.
What do you run without the stroller and without Greta?
So my PR is a 4:16.
For this record to count, the stroller has to be commercially available and all 3 wheels have to stay on the ground at all times throughout the run, which means the turns were the hardest part.
A lot of the practicing I did wasn't with my daughter inside of it, just because I'm running super fast around the track.
Rob saying that you don't need to break any records to celebrate getting out there and putting in some time on the track.
The biggest message and the reason I run is to inspire others, get out there and get moving in whatever capacity.
So what's next for Rob and Greta? Dad says he has his eyes on the records for the 10K, half, and full marathons. By the way, little Greta was named after Norwegian marathon runner Greta Weiss, and Dad hopes she'll join him for a jog outside of the stroller when she's a little bit older. Baby steps, literally. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
She's going to have a couple of stories to tell, though, won't she?
I mean, that's pretty exciting. She's in the Guinness Book of World Records.
You know, I ran a 5K once pushing a stroller, and I couldn't walk the next day. It's a lot of work. That's impressive. It really is. 59 degrees so far today. 56 was the low, so not a lot of spread in the high and low. Averages are 65 and 42. Look at the records. 85 is the high, 1911, but 0, the record low set back in 1949. On that day, there was snow on the ground here in San Antonio. Temperature did not get above freezing. Pretty incredible. If you want to learn more about that day back in 1949, I wrote an article about it. It's on my Facebook page. We're also going to talk more about the cold air headed our way later this week. It's coming up.
Yeah, we did get a little rain this morning around San Antonio and up there in the hill country. We got a little bit.
Still getting a little bit. But I guess the question is, are we going to get the frozen kind?
That is a big question.
In a little bit, too.
And we've been pouring through the models today. It's going to be a close call here in San Antonio, but I do think the potential is there on Thursday. This is down the line of seeing a little bit of that. First, let's start with what's going on at this hour. We've got some showers and storms still around Bastrop, LaGrange, Hallettsville, down to Cuero. That's where the heavy rain is now. And that's shifting out. There is some energy, though, behind us that I think will kick up a little bit more activity as we get into the afternoon. And even right now, we're starting to see a few more returns show up here around San Antonio. These are all very light, but you may have to use your windshield wipers, maybe in the form of a little bit of drizzle, very light rain. And just looking at some of the TransSky pictures, it looks like the roads are wet once again. So take it slow if you're going to be traveling here over the next couple of hours. A little closer look at some of the heavier stuff. Hallettsville, Shiner up to Moulton, Schulenburg. We've seen some lightning strikes with this too. This will continue to push east, and then we'll wait on that secondary piece of energy to come through that may deliver a little bit more activity today. The computer models continue to show that. This is around 3 o'clock. Some isolated showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms popping up, and then pushing east by 6 o'clock, and then sort of falling apart, moving out of here a little bit later this evening. Clouds will build back in tonight, so too will the fog. Could be a little bit foggy for your morning commute on Tuesday. Here's a look at the rainfall potential. Really, we haven't seen big totals yet. There still is potential for that east of Gonzales, where we could see up to about 3 inches. For the most of us, though, it's going to be 1/4 of an inch or less, especially as you go west of San Antonio. The numbers aren't going to be that great. We could use a little bit more rain. It's just not there. If you're watching us, though, from Gonzales, Cuero, Hallettsville, Victoria, Goliad, those are areas where if you do get one of those heavier storms, it could produce some flooding. So keep an eye out. There's the situation right now. Rain is now starting to come down again here in San Antonio. 59. Northeasterly winds at about 5. And actually rainfall so far today, we can update that to 0.12 of an inch. And now seeing a little bit more. So hopefully we can add to that. Cloud cover has been fairly thick. We've had a few peaks of sun, but very few. 59 at the airport. Pleasanton has seen a little bit of sun, 70 there. Carrizo Springs now seeing some sun, 70 for you. 55 Rock Springs, 55 Kerrville. And you see these clouds right here. These are the clouds that I think are sort of the start of what could be a little bit more precipitation sweeping across the area as we get into the afternoon. So chances are there, 40% 2 o'clock, 20% 4 o'clock. Then we see the rain chances taper off a little bit later this evening. 65 our forecast high temperature. And this is the reason we're getting rain today. This is a pretty impressive little piece of energy at low pressure, very tightly wound, pretty potent, small but potent, and it's moving right across our area so that you can kind of see where the first wave was right there. And then as this moves across, we should get a little bit more activity, I think. And you can see the rain's pretty widespread to our east. Houston's going to get quite a bit of rain today. And then this system moves out, clears out, and makes way for some warmer temperatures tomorrow. We should be in the 70s on your Tuesday. Then we turn our attention to the north with our next system. This is Wednesday, 4 o'clock. I think we'll have a decent chance for some rain out ahead of the front. Front's expected Wednesday evening, pushes through. Very gusty winds, much colder behind this front. It's going to be a dramatic change in temperatures. And then by Thursday morning, 7 a.m., we're getting some rain initially in the hill country. We'll probably switch over to a little bit of freezing rain and sleet, and then north of that, some snow. Here across our area, probably just in the form of some freezing rain and sleet, especially across the northern portion of our viewing area. By midday, that line may get a little bit closer to San Antonio. Could we see some wintry precip here? Possible. It's going to be a light mixture of freezing rain, probably with a little bit of sleet. If that happens, it's a small window. And I don't foresee huge issues here, but it does need to be watched. And by the afternoon, that is all moving out of here. We may actually get some clearing by Thursday afternoon, but it will still be cold and windy. Potential winter impacts. If you are planning to travel on Thursday, I will make you aware of the fact that North Texas is going to be a mess. Dallas, Fort Worth, Midland, Odessa, Abilene, up to the Panhandle, there's going to be quite a bit of wintry weather, and the roads are going to be in bad shape. But notice that's all north of us. The farther north you go, the more issues you run into. So our extended forecast looks like this. 72 tomorrow, some morning fog and clouds, 40% chance of showers Wednesday. Front comes through, the bottom falls out. We go 38 down to about 32 by midday Thursday. With that light wintry mix, then we could see a 24-hour stretch of below freezing midday Thursday through midday Friday. Temperatures bottoming out at 23 Friday morning, 25 Saturday morning. So we have to be concerned about the 4 Ps during that situation with temperatures as cold as that, guys.
And the two of us, too.
That, too.
We're going to be in the cattle drive.
What is it? Plants, pets, pipes, and...
co-anchors.
Not even a nor'easter could keep Spider-Man No Way Home from continuing to ascend the all-time charts. So look at this weekend's top 5 films coming up after the break. Apparently nothing can stop Spider-Man No Way Home. The blockbuster made another $11 million. That adds up to a domestic total of $736 million, closing in on Avatar for third place in the all-time chart. Scream settled for second place, scaring up $7.4 million. Sing 2 is up to $135 million domestic after a third place weekend worth $4.8 million. And Redeeming Love managed to stay in fourth, earning $1.9 million. $1.8 million kept The King's Man in fifth place.
All right.
Only a few days until the Western Heritage Parade and Cattle Drive at
Can't wait.
friends at SA Live. Are you guys ready?
We got, well, hey.
Are we ready? What?
We got a wreath made out of denim. How more rodeo can you get than that? And our dear friend Stephanie Vigna-Frost is here. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me out today.
All right, so if you're making a wreath and you're mostly going to cover it, what is a great way to pull that off?
So if you're going to be making a wreath with this lovely straw, I always recommend keep the plastic that it comes in, keep it on it. If not, you're going to have a huge total mess. And this way it keeps the integrity of it together, and it just makes it so much easier to work with.
Keeps bugs out and things like that.
Exactly.
We're going to do that and make a little Valentine's tree. But back to rodeo, of course, it is all the longhorns. And, of course, you can't forget those buggies and wagons. And we're going to chat with the folks from the Buggy Barn. A lot of movie stars there in the form of those buggies and wagons.
Yes, okay. And of course, it's time to time to start looking for those Valentine's Day gifts. Food is always a good idea, but
Yes.
how about, tacos too? What?
Or something nice and sweet. And this is from Plant Yourself. Yep, it is all vegan and it looks really yummy and can't wait to dig in. Okay.
All that and more when SA Live continues in just a little bit.